The page of gibberish that revealed my husband's service to a shadow government and the orders for a political coup. My husband, Thomas, was a man who lived in the past. As a professor of history, he despised digital technology, claiming it lacked soul. His sanctuary was his study, where the rhythmic clacking of his vintage Underwood typewriter was the soundtrack of our evenings. He told me he was writing a definitive biography of Churchill, a project that had consumed him for 5 years. He had one strict rule: I was never to disturb the papers on his desk, as his organizational system was fragile. Yesterday, Thomas left for a faculty meeting and forgot to close the study door. A gust of wind blew several pages onto the floor. I knelt to gather them, expecting to read about World War II. Instead, the pages were covered in endless strings of incoherent, nonsensical letters typed in bright red ink. XJ99 Pearl Delta 4. There were no sentences, no history, just pages and pages of chaotic, red gibberish. Thomas returned early and found me holding the pages. He froze, his face draining of color. He collapsed into his leather chair, burying his face in his hands. He confessed that there was no biography. He admitted he had been suffering from a severe, undiagnosed form of OCD and early-onset cognitive decline. He said the writing was a compulsive ritual to calm his anxiety, a desperate attempt to feel productive while his mind slowly betrayed him. He claimed the red ink represented his shame and frustration. It was a heartbreaking revelation. The man I admired for his intellect was secretly battling a mental collapse. I knelt beside him, holding his hand, promising that we would get him the best neurological care available. As I comforted him, his eyes darted slightly to the left. The nervous tic. The tic wasn't shame or mental decline. It was cold calculation. Thomas wasn't losing his mind. He was the handler for a cell of sleeper agents. The vintage typewriter was the only tool he trusted because it was unhackable and left no digital footprint. The gibberish strings were one-time pads, unbreakable encryption codes used to transmit orders to operatives in the field via dead drops. The red ink didn't symbolize frustration, it was the color code for lethal action required. He wasn't writing a biography, he was typing the final coordinates for a political assassination scheduled to happen that evening. The nervous tic revealed his fear that I had not just seen the code, but that by disordering the pages on the floor, I had scrambled the sequence, potentially causing the mission to fail and leading his superiors to liquidate us both for the